Just Muscles here in Club Sports Weight Room, and behind me I have our Powerplate, and next to me I have a vibrating roller, and I wanted to talk a little bit about comparing the Powerplate to the vibrating roller. What's a better option? If you haven't seen a Powerplate, come on over and check it out. It has a couple really cool features. You can do things like modify the time, and you can also modify the amplitude. But what I mean by that is how much vibration you put into the actual movement you do. So look at this. When you hit start, these buttons light up. So the buttons across the top are the amplitude. So it ranges from 30 to 50. Here's your time, and then it has a high and low setting. There's a couple important features about that. Generally, I work people out in the 40 amplitude range for a minute, maybe a minute and a half on the low setting. We were told at Powerplate Academy that you didn't want to use the high setting until you'd been on the Powerplate for about 3 years. That was our Powerplate Academy official advice. So the problem with the Powerplate is the amount of space it takes up, and it costs $10,000. However, it has some great features. Number one, it increases localized blood flow by 30%, and anything you do on it accelerates. So it moves in 3 planes. It moves up and down 70%, side to side 20%, and back and forth 10%. That means that you're moving in 3 planes at all times when you're on the plate. But again, I think its best feature is this increased localized blood flow of 30%. So when people don't want to roll on the ground, sometimes I'll put them on the Powerplate and have them roll. And it's basically vibration technology. So you're on the roll, you're rolling your quads, it hurts, but because you're getting that increased localized blood flow, it's okay. Now, here's the problem. If you don't have $10,000 to spend, what's another good option? Well, all of a sudden, we were given the opportunity to try out these little guys, the Hyperices. And so I've tested this with a bunch of clients and asked them, does it feel like these vibrating rollers and the vibrating sphere do the same thing as this $10,000 machine? And the majority of the opinions were, yes, as a matter of fact, it does. Here's some downsides to the little vibrating rollers. So one thing that it does is when you turn it on, it has 3 speeds, low and medium and high. And if you turn it on before you put it on the ground, watch what it does. Oh, it bounces all around. So you don't want to turn it on before you put it on the ground. And the other downside of it is that it is only 11 inches long instead of 13 inches. Like some of these trigger point rollers, if this was a half roller, it would be about 13 inches long. So it's a little bit short to try and roll both quads at the same time. However, it does have some great features. It is very strong. It does increase that localized blood flow. And even with the sphere, it's really nice to just sit and rub it on smaller areas. Shoulders and chest muscles, insides of thighs. So the sphere works really nicely, and all you need to do to turn it on is push the button in the center. If it feels like cooperating, it's not cooperating at the moment, but I've tested it out with a bunch of clients. So the little sphere or the roller, $150, $200 are great options if you don't have 10 grand and a lot of space to drop on your home gym. Okay, this is Laura Coleman with Just Muscles. Here's to balance, strength, and happiness, and we'll see you next time.